Hello everybody and welcome to the final episode of the Western Wilds. Now, you join me with the worker as he's just cutting the grass, and I'll be truthfully honest with you, I'm not sure how we are going to do this episode. Because, well, let's just have a quick look on this. This is the whole farm, and all them that are green need harvesting at some point over the next year in-game. It's the last episode. How am I going to do 15 fields in a 30-minute episode? I'm not even sure this is possible, and I'll be honest, I was tempted to do a live stream for this that we could stretch out over a few hours. Unfortunately, due to other work commitments, I can't do that, so you're seeing this now, which means as I'm recording this now, I have no idea if this is even possible to get into a 30-minute episode. You'll know if I've done it or not, because you'll be able to see the final time. There's going to be a lot of cutting in this, so let's not hang around on the grass. Let's get some jobs done. So the only thing at the minute that is ready to do, as you can see, is the grass. So I'm not going to pay too much attention to that because, well, we've done a lot of grass. I don't really need it, but it seems a shame to go past it, because if you go past the times on here of when things can be done, then it's just going to wither, and then it's going to ruin, and then it's no good to anybody. So we're getting a worker to sort that out. I'll go off camera and pick it all up. But in the last episode, we did do something with grass. We need to go take a look at that. You might remember this thing then. This silage bunker, and if we go and have a look and walk up to it, you'll see it says 100% fermented. And we can go and open it. Look at all that lovely silage. 1.6 million litres. Now, I've got to get it out of here, and I'm hoping the big trailer with wings is going to get it out for me. If it doesn't, oh, we're already off to a bad start. So let's grab a tractor, let's hook up to the trailer with wings, let's unfold it, let's drop it down. Once it's unfolded, getting a bit too excited here, drop it down, turn her on, and pray to whoever you pray to that this is going to pick all this up for me, because if not, I don't know what to do, because I've not got the time to get a bucket and shovel. So let's go and let's just see, please pick it up, please, please, please. Oh, you little beauty. Look at this. Now, yes, it's not the quickest, and I'll be honest, I thought the blanket was going to unfold more. Can we excuse me? What? Hello? Oh, I'm not sure what happened there. I mean, you saw in front of your eyes that when I opened the blanket the first time, it was silage. And then as soon as I started to hoover it up, I opened a bit more of the blanket, thought that this might open it for me. And then it suddenly turned to chaff. Like, oh, what's happened there? Now, this is silage going in here because, well, the only way to fix this, I'm not going to lose it, so the only way to fix it is to hoover up what's there and then use the easy dev mod to basically go in and actually convert it over to silage. So whatever's in the trailer, it will convert it from chaff to silage, because it was silage. You saw, I'm not cheating, it was. I don't know what's happened there. So the first job of this episode, and yeah, it's off to a good start. Not. So you can just see that that was 1 million litres. We had 1.6 in here, and it's a little bit tricky if you get the tractor up here. You have to kind of like keep the tractor on the floor, because the pickup point technically is on the floor. So we're just seeing if we can try and like hoover all this up. Now, I don't know why. If anybody knows, you know, if this has happened to you, this is my first time. Well, in the last episode was my first time using a silage bunker like this, so I don't really know much about them. I've never seen that. Like, should that have happened? Is it because I'm using this thing? Is that why it's sort of... I mean, I don't know. I really don't know why it had converted it all. So I don't understand why it's suddenly changed back to chaff. That baffles me a little bit. Now, did we manage to get all that? I don't think we did. So how am I going to be able to get that? I'm going to have to see. Let's see if we... Oh, it's only a little bit at the end. Let's see if I can get that. So as you can see, I've managed to get it. Then it says fill level of chaff 0. So, yeah, managed to get it all. So you can see in the trailer then we've got 557,000 litres, 571. So if we go into the easy dev, we go on to set, and we can type in the numbers. So 557571, set it as silage. And if we go and click OK on that one, that has now converted all that. So I've not added any in, we're not cheated anything. We just converted it from chaff to silage. Exactly the same amount. So let's go and put this into the silo. So let's get the rest of this in here. That's going to give us a nice good amount of there. 1.6 million, because I think I used the rest of it in the TMR maker. Sort of put it all in there, because that takes a lot in there. But for the next time, though, when I get this grass up just in front of us, I'm not going to be doing it that way. Instead, I'm going to be using this thing, which is my grass dryer. You can turn it into hay, you can turn it into silage, put it in, and it does it at an alarming rate. That's safer for me, I think. And as we're trying to get everything in this last episode, this is a new tank that I got for doing milk. It looks stunning. What a tank. And I found this as well. This is a milk storage unit, and it holds about 5 million litres. Now, I have tweaked it to hold that many. I think it was a million, which is still a lot. It might have been 500,000, but I wanted a lot, and it looks cool. I like this. So that's my milk storage unit. So I'm going to go ahead now and go through and pick this grass up. The work, it has nearly finished, must be on the last couple of rows. And then we will dump it into my grass dryer. So one headland around gives us 265,000 litres. Oh, we're going to get a lot from here. We're definitely not going to fit it in once. If you watched the previous episodes, you would already know that. So it's about 1.5 to complete this grass field. So the worker's on his way home as well. He's coming past at some point. Oh yeah, there you go. He's over there. He's just driving through my canola field. Interesting. So let's get this done then. We've got a lot to try and fit into this 30-minute episode. And I still don't know how it's going to happen. If it's going to happen, we're going to get as much done as we can. The first 1,000,000 litres of grass is going in my dryer. If we go into the production chain, you can see, look, 1,000,000 litres of grass is in there now. A little bit of straw, because we need a little bit of straw for the hay. So we're going to activate some hay, and we're going to activate the silage. And you can see, looking at these figures here, it's, well, if I just move between them, it's going up at alarming rates. Already, we're at nearly 30,000 litres of hay. 40,000 litres of hay. It's, yeah. You got to bear in mind as well, the time in the game is only set to 0.5. So the faster we go through the time in the game, the quicker that's going to process. I mean, that's just mad, and it seems like we couldn't quite fit it in. We must have just snuck in somehow over 1,000,000 litres. So let's go and have a look now and see what this is like. We've got a lot of things that have... Look at this. Oh, man. There's a lot of things that have hit the maximum. Donuts, buttermilk, butter. Oh, dear. But this is all we're worried about at the minute. Look at this. 150,000 litres already. We're down to 720,000 litres of grass. This is just mental. What a piece of kit. Now, granted, I have tweaked it to go through at an alarming rate. If you get this off Mod Hub normally, it's a lot slower. But there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, I'm impatient, and I want this to go through quickly, because it's just going to go into the silo to storage. So let's just race through, get it done. So we're just finishing off the grass, just a little bit to go, nearly another 600,000 litres. So yeah, pretty much the same as it was in the last episode. And I was just having a quick look while that's on cruise control at the stats page of the time played so far. 1 hour, 27 minutes in real time to get this far into the video. There's a lot's been cut out of this. Am I going to be able to do this? Do you know what? I'm not so sure, if I'm truthfully honest. This is the first field. 40 more to go. It's not going to happen, is it? So let's dump the rest of the grass in the dryer and let that process. Then we can move it all across to the silo. So the grass and silage and hay and all that is all done, dusted, moved across into the silo now to store there whenever we need it. So looking on the map then, that is pretty much all we can do today in-game. Is the only thing, as you can see, ready on there is the grass. But to me, barley is looking like that's going to be the next one. If we're going down onto the calendar here, we'll be able to confirm, yes, looking in June, barley is the next one. In July, we've got wheat, canola, corn. Oh, man. Okay, so, yes, this big boy we've got to do next. let's go to bed. Let's move on to June. So let's just hope then that June isn't raining, because if it is, then we're going to have to fast forward through some time until it stops raining. Oh, fingers crossed. Well, June is looking beautiful at 9 a.m. Look at that for a sky. I just realized the cows could be dead. The food is at 0, and I'm not sure how long that's been that way for. Oopsie. I do love when you just look around, you start seeing things growing. This is a sorghum in front of us, and just look at it swaying in the wind. Oh, it looks ace. So you guys aren't seeing all this, but these are the bits I'm having to do in between cutscenes, is still do normal day-to-day jobs on the farm. So before we can get to the barley, I need to make sure my cows have got some food, otherwise, yeah, they're going to croak it. So I'll just get this done. We'll come back to the barley in a second. By the way, do you like my sheds? These are by every sheep pasture and chicken coop. What they do, it's a transportation shed. So any wool that spawns here, this picks it up and sends it to my warehouse. So we don't get a collection of wool here. This does it for me. We're going to have a quick look in here. Look, you see missing material. There's nothing there yet. Nothing spawned. But it transferred it all to the storage through the night. Let's go in and give some lovely TMR to the cows. At quite a fast rate as well. This might have been sped up a little bit. There we go, cows. Enjoy. Holy, that's a lot of... Okay, cows are all done. Trailers put back. Close the doors. And they're good for another day. Looking on the map, barley field is ready. It's the only one ready, so it's the only one we can do this month. But looking like... What was this? Wheat, oats. That was... Oh, not the grass again. Canola. It looks like all this is... yeah, could be ready in the next month. More grass. Okay, we might leave the grass this time, because that does surprisingly take quite a while to do. So it's time to jump into this bad boy again. Start her up. Let's just give the little lights a flash. Oh, look at that. Love it. So let's head over and pick up the header. There's too many heads in that. Let's open this up now. So I've got a couple of special fast headers here that I wanted to use for this, because it's going to try and help me out a little bit. That's a sunflower and corn one there. And then this is like a normal one for the normal crops like wheat and all that kind of stuff. So let's go and get this. Barley is in order just over there. You can see it's the only thing what looks done. We'll grab this. I'll see you over there. So over at the barley field then, we need to get this sorted. Straw swath is enabled. Now you're probably thinking, well, Craig, you're a little bit far over there. You need to move over a little bit. I did say that we've got a new little toy, and this thing's got a bit of a party trick. Oh, my word. I said I needed something to help get this done. Blimey, I mean, I wasn't expecting this. This is going to absolutely chuck out the straw. Look at this. This thing is 30 odd meters, around about 100 foot wide. And, yeah. Well, we've got the only slight problem, what I have just kind of realized. It's absolutely dumping out the straw. Oh, my word. Yeah, we're full already. Oh, this is not good. I need to fix that. So I think I've fixed this now, and we should be good to go again. And the amount of straw. Now, I've had to call in the big boy trailer. I know I've got the double loaded belly dump, but it only holds 1 million liters, and I think we're going to get a lot on here. I don't think we're probably going to get over 1 million, but it's just not worth having the double belly dump. That's good if you're doing like 2 fields and you're getting a couple of workers on it, like back to back. Then you can put 2 separate crops in it. That's what that's for. But this, because it's just all one, it's the only field that we can do in this month, then we might as well just stick with the big trailer that holds 2 million liters. And this now holds about 150 odd thousand liters. It's something you might need to keep aware of yourself if you have like equipment like this, what's got a few different settings on it. Oh, back up quick. Straw. Oh no, we're gonna get stuck on my own straw. Oh, that's 1.5 mounds. How much are we gonna get? That's gonna fill the trailer just that one row. Look at this. Look at the size of that. Dear Lord. So you might find then when you get updates on certain things like this, it's had an update. And sometimes when you go into the customizing menu to sort of like, you go into here and you go to change something, like now, you see, it's gone back to the standard setting at the top and not what it was. So it's on the unrealistic one now. So I've obviously gone in and changed the setting in there and not realized that it's gone and defaulted back to the standard, which is 15,000 liters. That's no good, is it? Not on a field this size with a header like this. Not a chance. Oh, man. Okay, right. Well, I'm going to carry on and come back to you in a little bit because, well, this is going to take a while and I haven't got a while. So even with an unrealistic size capacity harvester, I got so far down, as you saw on the first go before it maxed out at 15,000 liters. And then I managed to carry on around to where we are now, just here. And that's as far as I've got. And it's hit 150,000 liters. Oh, there's going to be a lot of grain. A lot of barley is going to come off this field. How much straw? I'm going to complete to the end. And then I'm going to have to do the one headland of straw just to see how much is in that massive swath. Even fast farming as well at 43 miles an hour with a 100-foot header. Chucking out so much straw. This, yes, I'm fully aware this is very unrealistic, but I'm trying everything because this is the final episode. Oh, hello. She sneezed then, and she missed a bit. That's the first time that's done that, and it's typical. It's on camera as well. So you have to watch. You have to slow down before you want to end, so to speak, because the amount of straw. Look at it. This is awesome. Now, I really don't think we're going to be able to get all these fields done in a 30-minute episode. It's just not going to happen. It really isn't. Oh, you can set a worker on as well with the big header. Oh, that's impressive. Right, let's get the straw up and see what we get from one headland. Oh, the worker's having some fun with the straw. I know how he feels because I had the same problem. He's nearly... Oh, no, he's off. He's nearly beached himself on a massive mound of straw. Now, the only problem we're going to have is, as you can see, the worker can't work out. It doesn't realize it's, 30-odd meters, nearly a 100-foot header, because it's technically not real. So that bit's real. As you can see, I can't go through that. This isn't. So that is what it should be, that little bit there. So we fold it in. That is the size of the actual header. But it doesn't realize that it's actually that size. Yeah, so we've got a bit of an issue there. So we can set the worker off going one way, but I'm going to have to meet him at the end and get him lined up to the right size. It's not an issue. But I am going to fly through, I think, and just do this myself. But we'll set the worker on to go back down. We'll go get the straw. So there's no way of being able to drive over this. I'm just going to have to run down like this at the side. And the figures are absolutely flying. Now, the good thing is this thing can take anything. It can run through as fast as you want and it'll pick up. It's just, I mean, we're pretty much nearly at 100,000 litres already. Oh, wow. There's going to be a lot of straw. So we're not going to be short of that. But we've also got an oat field, wheat field. Oh, this big mound at the end as well. Look at this. Let's just swoop through, get all that up. Yes, beautiful. 170,000 litres from just doing that one run down. Wow. Now, the only reason we've got so much straw, which I'm sure you're aware of, is because the header's so big. You would get the same amount if you had a normal header. I don't think, it's a special header why we've got so much straw. It's just, all it's done is combine sort of like 3 or 4 normal runs up and down into one massive swath. That's all it's done. So you'd still get this. It would just, you'd have to go up and down maybe 4 times to get the same amount, and you'll have 4 swaths. I've just got a massive header. Not bragging, just got a massive size, and that's the reason why for the massive swath. So yeah, there's no cheating going on as such, apart from the big header. Now, if you're on PC, you can go search for these. Obviously, they're not in the official mod hub. You would have to go find them off a third-party site because, well, they're not real, are they? You can get away with some sort of slight unrealistic stuff, but I mean, that's taking it a little bit far. So let's go around, complete this, and well, I'm hoping I can complete it. Nearly at 500,000 litres already. Let's see what we get at the end. Just completed one headland around 813,000 litres of straw from one headland. we've got all this to do. Oh, man. So much straw. Oh, you idiots. What have you done? You've beached yourself on the back end on a massive mound of straw. Bit polite to go in. That tells me then the worker is full. Pipes out. You always know when you put your pipe out, it's full. It needs unloading. So I really think I am going to struggle. I really think I was majorly ambitious about trying to get all these fields done. I thought I'd take little snippets of each one. It's just not going to happen. You know at this point in the video where we are now, it's not. I'm not going to be able to do this. I would literally be able to do a couple of runs on each field to get it in. That just seems a waste. So we're going to complete this one. I was really hoping to be able to get to the sugarcane, because that's one thing we've not done on this whole Let's Play is sugarcane. But unfortunately, we're going to have to go through a lot of months. It's in October by the time we can do sugarcane. That means we're going to have to do a whole wheat field, a canola field, a corn field. We're going to have to do the potatoes and sorghum before we can get to that. So pretty much a lot of the fields before we can get to that. Yeah, that's not going to happen, I'm afraid. So I think the best thing to do is we're going to complete this now, complete this episode. And then at some point we'll end it. I'm going to have to come back, I think. And we're going to have to sort out maybe a live stream where we can go through and you can come and join me. Come and have a chat to me and we can go through and get this done all in one go. Now, would this let me pick this up as a small header? No. Thought that might have been a bit ambitious. Let's spread her apart then. Let's try again. I don't know why. It must have been a little bump in the field while we missed this bit. There we go. Going to dump some straw. Quick. Run. Run. Oh, dribbled all over the place. Right. Let me carry on. Get some of this done. So I'm just going through getting some straw up then. I just want to say a big hello and a mention to Dave, who left me a comment saying that he's got a buyer for my oats. When I harvest the oats, he's got someone who's going to buy them. Now, the reason this is, I know Dave. He's a good lad. And yeah, he sort of works at the factory across the road from me and my real job. And they're a cereal company. They deal with oats. So he's watched the video and gone, I know somebody who will take the supply of oats off me. So Dave, thank you. I know you'll be watching this at some point. So Dave, thanks for that. I'll be in touch about the supply of oats. So we are doing well then. We are probably nearly halfway through now. The swaths are huge. The only thing is with this is you can set a worker on, but you have to watch it because it doesn't recognize the massive header. So it is making it a bit tricky because it's filling up so quick that I'm having to sort of run around and do all these jobs myself. Where normally if you could get a worker to do this, you could go and pick the straw up and then every so often you'd be able to come and run down the side of it and tip into the trailer and so on. But a worker just can't work out the big headers, so I'm having to sort of juggle a few jobs all on my own, and it's taking a little bit longer than I thought it was going to. But this is the biggest field, and obviously we have to watch, you see, because you have to sack the worker, and you can see he's still dribbling out straw. Because the head is so big, the worker doesn't like realize and doesn't turn around and doesn't really do it properly. I mean, it's to be expected. Don't jump out, Craigie boy. Press the right button to hire the worker again. So you can't expect the worker to know this because, I mean, 30-meter header. It shouldn't exist. It doesn't really exist. But this is getting it done quick. Now, I have had to leave the game, come back to it, because I wanted to edit the trailer to pick up the straw because, well, a million litres was full in no time. And I'd not even started going up and down doing the swaths. I've gone round and maybe done a couple of swaths. So I've changed it to the standard setting now is 1 million, and the extended version of the trailer is 10 million. I'm hoping we can get it all in one go at 10 million litres. Surely we're not going to get 10 million litres of straw. I mean, that'd be amazing if we do, but I don't think so. Sack the worker, hit the brakes, and let it dribble out a lot of straw. Well, I think we need to go and empty again. Now, I have been using one of these. Now, I did modify one of these because they require the chaser bins. Again, it's good. These are great if you're following a worker because you can fit them in here. You can then run off and go tip it into the wagon and so on. But I can't remember what size I set these chaser bins. I modded these slightly to hold a bit more and obviously tip out quicker. So you could, it was mainly for when you're doing 2 fields like back to back, like this one, and a worker's doing the canola, a worker's doing the barley. It was so you could run around and empty this one, dump it into a trailer, go and empty the other one and dump it into the other side of the trailer. It was when I got the belly dump as well. That was the whole reason for it. But as you can see, I've only tipped into it twice. And yeah, it's nearly full, so it's not really working out. I might empty this into the big trailer and just go back to the big trailer. It holds 2 million litres. It would make sense, wouldn't it? But I just wanted to use them. But it does look good. So let's just jump back into this. I've been using the wagon because it's quicker. Yeah, look at that. Nearly full at 250,000 litres of grain in here. My word. How cool is this? This is a train. Look at the size of this and just listen to it. I must admit, this is the only map that actually sounds like a proper train with the noise. And the size of it, there's so many carts. That's so cool. It was just passing as I came over to empty the harvester and I thought, I've got to show you. We might have picked it up in a previous episode, but I just had to show you. That's so cool. So the harvester's empty again. This is mental. So much grain in here as well. 831,000 litres. What? What is going on? I mean, this is a whopping size field. We are so far, we're just like here. This is as far as we've got. So yeah, we're doing well. We're definitely going to get over 1 million litres of grain. But, oh, how much straw are we going to get? Drop it in the comments and let me know what you think. So that's everything in the barley field done, and boy, that did take quite a while in real time. Now, I can't show you the stats of the time because obviously I left the game to mod that trailer and come back, so it'll only show about an hour, so it won't give the accurate time. But yeah, it's been several hours to do this one field because it's big and get all the straw up and get everything up. And we're just parked outside the silo now. You've got these dirty girls here. I mean, look at the state of these. They've been running up and down the field all day. Well, let's say it's 10:15. It's just set on like 1. We did have it set on like 0.5 for a while. Because the plan was to try and get through, I've said this a few times now, to try and get through everything in this field. The whole like fields. But as you can see, that's not going to happen. I was really ambitious thinking, it'd be good to go through. I forgot that the grass is going to grow again, so we're going to have to cut that several times. But I'm just not going to be able to do this. So we are just going to do this one field for this final episode in this series. But don't worry. I am going to come back and we are going to do either another episode to sort of finish off a few, but I do want to try and do some of these, if not most of these, on a live stream. So if you do want to see a live stream, then do let me know in the comments below. But I do think that'd be quite good because then we can go through and you can see everything in real time. And I think even one live stream is going to be too much for that. Especially when it's taken a few hours just to do this one field. So let's complete this episode in this series for now. And let's just sort these out and put these into the silo. So the straw we got off that field, 4.7 million litres of straw. Now that's ridiculous. The silo will take it, which is good. I mean, the silo's, I forgot, is it no, not 500 million? It's a lot. 500 million litres, I think. Now let's just see if I did mod this right, and it is going to tip out at 250,000 litres a second. Should drop pretty quick. It is dropping pretty quick. Yeah, we're getting through it down to 3.5 mil now. Wow. So it is going quick. Still taking a while. I mean, I wasn't expecting that much straw, if I'm honest. So I'll come back to you when it's done. Right, everything is emptied on the straw. Let's just turn that off because it can be a bit loud. Let's just walk over to here, right at the grate. 5.8 million litres of straw in this silo. How much is in the silo? Oh, it's only 3% full. Yeah, so we've got a long way to go on the silo. Let's swap and let's see what do we end up grain-wise. So I'm very impressed with the grain. 1.23 million litres of grain of barley off that field. That is pretty cool. I think if I'm right, that is the biggest haul of grain that we've had in one go, one field. But then, granted, I mean, once it's done its saving here, if we have a look, that is the biggest field. I mean, the canola one's close, but that is the biggest field on this whole map. So it's to be expected, but that's just unreal. So let's dump this out then. That's dumping out very quick. I think I set that at a silly rate. Definitely more than 250,000 litres a second. Let's have a look what we've got in here then. Barley, we now have with obviously 1.23. I don't think we had any barley in. Or if we did, it was a very small amount. So, well, I think that's going to wrap this up then. Not quite how I wanted it to sort of end. I was hoping to get it all done, but yeah, that's just well too ambitious. So I'm going to go through and clean these dirty girls because look at the state of this. I've never seen so much dirt on it. Can't see out the window. I wonder if we have a look inside. Does it look any... Oh yes. Yep, that's not good, is it? Okay. Definitely need to give these a bath then. So if you do want to keep up to date with when that live stream goes out and you do want to get notified, then do hit subscribe and turn the bell on. You'll get notified then whenever I do go live. That's it for this series then. Thank you so much to everybody who's watched, commented, liked, everything to do with this, and who keeps watching all my videos. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot. So thank you so much. I will see you on the next map. Thanks for watching.